There is a funny thing about self-control. People will probably say they don't gamble, don't chase trends, don't spend recklessly, but put them in front of a gacha game with a character in a bunny suit skin? Yeah, suddenly $50 is gone and their moral compass is doing 𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗵𝗁 backflips. That is until a Honkai Impact third player tries to EOS the CEO. But live service games knows this. They've built an entire industry around that quiet little moment when someone says, well, it's just a skin, but it's a really good skin. What did you say about our marriage? Oh yeah, well, but what about the skin? We have reached a point where cosmetics in games aren't just optional, they are cultural events. Outfits drop with more fanfare than region updates. People skipping banners, skipping content. But a swimsuit? A well-designed swimsuit skin? Yeah, that is a hard yes. No hesitation, because at the end of the day, we don't really log into these games to test our skill, am I right? We log in to look good and feel good, trying to justify our financial choices on a Chinese gacha game that is designed to take our money. But before we get into it, if you guys want to top up on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 issue. Thank you for ldshop.gg for sponsoring this video, where you can get Lunites or other in-game purchases at a discount starting with a 10% off. That is pretty good, and it's pretty simple, you guys. All you have to do is enter your UID and server, and then you go confirm the order, and then you proceed to checkout, right? And as you can see, my order got completed, and immediately you see, like, I have Lunites ready to use, and I can pull for the character or weapon that I want. The shop itself is very safe and reliable. On top of that, they have a discount for new users, and you can use my link down below in the description to get an exclusive coupon. And with this coupon, it brings you up to 25% off to save you a lot more, and you can even spend $80 to gain VIP status. With a VIP status, you can claim a free Lunite subscription and a bunch of weekly and monthly coupons. Check out the link in the description or pinned comment down below to save with LD Shop. Let's continue with the video, which brings us slowly but inevitably to Wuthering Waves, a game that up until now had been cautiously exploring its own aesthetic economy. One free Sanhua skin here, a premium Jinshi skin there. But now, with the upcoming beach outfits for 𝗖𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁 and 𝗍𝗏, they are not testing the waters anymore. They are diving headfirst because they're beach skins. Because, you know, diving, swimming, no? The reactions to these skins are explosive, and deservedly so.
Brand new outfits for two resident 𝗖𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁
以及莫塔里家族2小姐，我们另隐仓室𝗖𝗆𝗆的全新服饰。
𝗖𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁 fucking swimsuit!
小姐，科莱塔的全新服饰。
Damn, bro, she got her whole ass out!
服饰都将
What the oiled up 𝗖𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁?
These might just be the most anticipated cosmetic drops we have seen in the gacha space for years, and that is saying something. But what is fascinating here isn't just how good the skins look, it is that for once, a live service game is making money in a way that doesn't feel like it's actively trying to scam its players. Because in a landscape full of HP bloat, power creep, and cynical balancing tricks, cosmetics, when done right, might just be the least harmful, most sustainable way for these gacha games to survive. And I want to make Wuthering Waves a case study for it. Let's dive into it. So let's talk about these skins. 𝗖𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁 and 𝗍𝗏. You've seen them? You couldn't not have seen them. They are everywhere. The second those previews dropped, the timeline lit up like a wildfire. Twitter's got threads ranking swimsuit designs like it's fashion week, and the community is drowning in fan art and take my money memes. Hell, even people who weren't playing are suddenly asking, wait, who is that? And look, there is no question. These skins are gonna print money. They are designed to. They are stunning, they lean into fan favorite aesthetics, and they are launching right as the summer patch hype hits the peak. The timing is perfect, the character is popular, and the styling, let's be honest, top tier gooner bait. This is textbook execution, and it's going to pay off hard. But here's what is weird. Amid all of this excitement, barely anyone is saying the quiet part out loud, which is that this kind of monetization is actually one of the best ways a live service game can make money. Like, everyone just kind of accepts that it's going to sell, but no one is really stepping back and asking why this is good for the game, and not just in a yay beach season kind of way. I mean structurally. Skins don't break the balance, they don't alienate players, and when it's done right, they can make the game feel alive. It's kind of wild, honestly. We complain constantly about power creep, forced FOMO, or limited banners that punish you for not pulling every meta unit, and yet here is Wuthering Waves dropping arguably its most hype content to date, and it's literally just new outfits. outfits. No gameplay modifiers, no stat boost, just the drip marketing of the skins. And people are thrilled, and that should tell us something. I mean, let's just put it plainly. Every gacha game has to make money. That's not me being cynical, that is just a model. You don't build a character pipeline, hire live orchestras, and then push global marketing without needing serious returns. The question is never if they will monetize, it is how. And depending on the game, that how can get really messy. Like let's say Genshin, for example, likes to keep the end game just punishing enough that polling for new units feels less like a choice and more like a requirement. You could beat this domain with your ult team, I know, but it would be 2 minutes faster with a shiny 5-star that dropped this patch. You get the idea. And then there's Honkai Star Rail, where power creep isn't just expected, it is scheduled. Characters introduced 2 patches ago already start to feel outdated. The damage multipliers go up, enemy HP inflates, and suddenly your favorite character, the one you built for weeks, is functionally retired. Not because they're bad, but because the game moved on. It is innovation, technically, just the lazy kind. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. If these games have to make money, and they do, then why not lean harder into the cleanest, least destructive option on the table? Skins. Cosmetics don't mess with the balance. They don't punish you for skipping banners. They don't force you to abandon old favorites just to keep up with patch inflation. They are simple. If you want the outfit, buy the outfit. If you don't, nothing changes. No stat boost, no FOMO-based gameplay disadvantage, just aesthetics. Wuthering Waves is proving this right now. The buzz around the 𝗖cie and 𝗿𝗆𝗿𝗵𝗁 skins are massive. Not because they break the game, but because they don't. They are just really well-designed outfits that, you know, people actually want to buy. And it's working. This is the model, not just for Wuthering Waves, but for the genre. If these games want long-term revenue without eroding trust or balance, then cosmetics, the good ones, should be front and center. Because let's be real, you can keep inflating numbers, or you can just give people cool outfits for the characters they already love. One of those options build hype, the other builds resentment. And we have all seen enough resentment. What makes cosmetics so effective isn't just that they are non-invasive, it is that they actually add something meaningful to the player experience, even if that meaning is purely aesthetic. Personalization matters, giving players the option to make a character theirs. Whether that is with a beach skin or a casual outfit or something totally off theme, it builds attachment. That feeling of this is my version of this character goes a long way in a game where you are otherwise sharing the same roster with millions of people. And in most communities, cosmetics don't just exist, they become cultural. They are markers of identity. That one limited skin from 2 years ago, that is now a low-key flex. And maybe the alternate outfit that got memed to death, that is a shared joke, a piece of the game's history, its social currency. And crucially, cosmetics don't fracture the player base. You are not locked out of content for not owning a skin. You are not losing power. There is no gameplay FOMO. It's literally just the vibes. And from a design standpoint, it opens so many doors. Alternate universe versions, crossover content, experimental aesthetics, stuff you could never justify in the core story, but it fits perfectly as a cosmetic. You want Xiang Liyao dressed up as a K-pop idol? Sure. Make the main character Rover as a cat girl? Go for it. It adds flavor without breaking anything. So yeah, cosmetics are low risk, high return. Players get new ways to engage, devs get breathing room from having to constantly escalate gameplay power, and most importantly, no one is forced into it. It's rare in gacha for a win-win to actually feel like a win-win, but this might be one of those cases. Here is the thing about game developing. Making actual content is expensive. Not we will get it done next week type of expensive. I mean full-on months of design, engineering, quality assurance, animation, voiceover, recording, all of it. Building a new map, that is a team effort. New gameplay mode? Pray the spaghetti code holds. Now compare that to a skin. The base model is already there. The animations are done. All you need is a new outfit, maybe a few VFX tweaks, and you're good. Hire a concept artist, slap a new shader on it, maybe throw in an idle animation, and then boom, you just made money. It is low cost, but it feels premium. And Wuthering Waves clearly gets that. The free Sanhua skin from the login event, people ate that up. It didn't even have a dramatic design change. It just felt sleek. It felt well made. And importantly, free. Then you got this new Jinshi skin, which went up for sale, and based on how often you see it in game now, probably made a lot of money. And here is where it gets funny. They have already previewed a bunch of banger alt outfits outside the game. The Maid Jump Cafe collab, that Akihabara concert promo, the collab with the Sweets Paradise. These aren't just cute marketing materials, they are fully realized costume concepts sitting there in plain sight. These skins are practically begging to be implemented. We are begging for the skins to be implemented. The designs are done, the fan reception is there, and the production overhead is so much lower than developing an entirely new event or gameplay system. Please Please implement it. If you're looking for efficient content that boosts both player revenue and goodwill, yeah, it doesn't get much cleaner than this. Cosmetic drops aren't just content, they are conversation starters. Every time a new skin drops, there is a ripple effect. People post screenshots, make fan art, drop edits on TikTok, and suddenly you've got a viral loop that didn't cost the dev team nearly as much on a full-on update. This is how you feed a live service ecosystem without overextending. You keep a steady drip of things players want to talk about. And the skins? The skins are perfect for that. They are visual, shareable, easy to talk about. You get that one design that just hits right, like the 𝗖cie𝗽𝘆𝗵𝗁 summer skin, which has already been talked about a lot on Twitter, and now it's not just a cosmetic, it is a moment. People who weren't even following the game see it pop up on their feed, and suddenly they're clicking links, checking trailers, maybe even installing. That is organic reach that marketing teams dream about. And the best part, you don't need to reinvent the damn wheel every patch. Not every update needs to be a mechanical overhaul or a story chapter. Sometimes you just need something that make people say, oh, that looks cool, I want that. Skins keep the conversation going. They bridge the gaps between major updates, and if done right, they don't burn out the team or the community. So yeah, in a live service model that is constantly fighting to stay relevant, sometimes the smartest move isn't to go bigger, it is just to go brighter. Okay, look, monetization in gacha games isn't going anywhere. That is just the reality of the model. But the form it takes, that is where the devs have some real choices. If a game's gonna ask for money, the least it could do is respect the players while doing it. And the cosmetics, when they're done right, are one of the few monetization methods that actually thread that needle. No stat boosts, no broken synergies, no, hey, pull this or your team falls off next patch. Just clean visual upgrades that let people express themselves. And it's not just about vibes. This kind of model is sustainable. You don't have to burn out your dev team balancing every release. You don't alienate free-to-play players who feel like they're falling behind in terms of power. You build a culture around the characters and not just the meta. Wuthering Waves already has what it needs to pull this off. The art direction is strong, the designers are clearly capable. We have seen it through the collabs, event promotions, and even the loading screen illustrations. They have got the tools, the talent, the taste. Now it's just about following through. So yeah, if this is the direction they want to take, I say lean in. Give the game room to breathe. Let the monetization serve the world, not suffocate it. But that is all from me, 𝗖cie𝗽𝘆𝗵𝗁, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!